Hi, my name is Amanda Benway. I'm the owner of Creative Solutions Bookkeeping in Vermont and also amandabenway.com. I am a QuickBooks certified pro advisor, as well as I have an AA in business management and bookkeeping. I've been doing bookkeeping with QuickBooks for about 7 years now. I also own a product-based skincare line that is part of my amandabenway.com brand. And so I wanted to bring those two things together and just show all you other product-based businesses a way to easily and cleanly track your inventory using QuickBooks Online. So first of all, QuickBooks Online is a subscription-based program. If you don't already have it, it's great. It runs your accounting, it runs your invoices, you can run budgets. There's like a million things that you can do with it. That's for a different video, or certainly feel free to message me and I'd be happy to tell you how QuickBooks can help your business. Right now, I'm just going to focus on inventory tracking. And I think that is super important, especially as we are starting to get into the holidays. And if you're in a product-based business like me, you're starting to think Christmas already, right? Because we've got to get our product in, we've got to get it wrapped, presented, displayed, however we need to reach the customers, because we need to start getting our advertising out for the holidays. So we need to have the product in now. Since I'm also a bookkeeper, I'm a huge numbers person, and I always want to know what I have on hand, what I need to order more of, and more importantly, how much money am I making off of it, right? Because the money that you're making is more than just your cost of goods sold for your product. If we're talking holidays, like what I'm doing right now is I'm doing packaging for people. I'm offering pre-packaged self-care gifts for people. So my cost of goods sold is going to increase because I've got my product, I've got my packaging, I've got my time that I'm putting into it. So this, I'm going to share my screen now and I'm going to show you QuickBooks and I'm going to show you how to track your inventory and some of the cool features that it does. Okay, so I'm going to pop up real quick my second screen. I'm going to make it bigger for you for a moment and make myself go away. Okay, so here we are. This is in a sample QuickBooks that I have. What you're going to do is you're going to start at the gear sign and you're going to go to products and services. Right away, here's a really cool thing that you have right here. It says that I've got 81 items that are low stock and 26 out of stock. Now, how does the computer know this? It knows this because I feed it good information. So if you want to have inventory, this is a list of inventory that is already in my system. There's a bunch of stuff in there. It tells me quantity on hand. It tells me reorder price, cost and sales price. This is all data that I put into the machine. So I do this as I order, but this is how you're going to create your product. So let's make it super simple. And let's say that you are let's say that you're a product-based company that sells, let's say bath bombs. Okay, that's going to be a pretty easy one. You sell bath bombs. You've got 5 different flavors, scents. You've got 5 different scents of bath bombs. So right away, you're going to go into here and you're going to say inventory. And let's name our bath bombs. Purple bath bomb. A SKU is handy sometimes if you want it. If you start having more and more products, it is handy to have a SKU. I personally use a SKU for my products. Categories are handy if you have more advanced stuff. If you want to go in and see, let's say you've got a bath bomb line and a lotion line, you might want to, there's reports, and I'll explain that in a different video probably, but this is where you would choose your category. You can always add to it later. A class would be if you wanted to pull a report and see how you're doing in a specific thing. So for example, I use a class if I am going to run a campaign. So like my holiday 2020 is definitely going to be a class because I want to know exactly what I spent and what I made on holiday 2020, because that's how I base my next year's purchasing decisions. But just to start for simple, you don't need to put a class. You can always choose that later. Initial quantity on hand. Let's say you've already been in this business for a little bit, but you're just starting to add. I'm going to make the screen full again so you can see it better, but you're just starting to keep track of your stuff. So let's say you have 5 on hand as of today, and your reorder point is 1. I like to have reorder points because, again, that brings up this information. It lets you know when you're low on something. Your description could be, let's see, what's purple lavender scent. Okay, and let's say you sell this for $16. for a bath bomb. It helps if you spell things right. And it is most likely taxable for you. If not, you can go to non-taxable. Okay. And you're purchasing information. And let's say when you purchase it from the vendor, they just call it purple. And that $16 bath bomb, let's say it costs you $6 to manufacture. And that's going to be your cost of goods sold. And then you would type in your preferred vendor in there. You want to have your preferred vendor in here. I'm just going to pretend that it's tasks done right here. You want to have your preferred vendor in there because you can start to automate your purchase orders based on your low quantities if you put that information in there to begin with. I'm going to show you just one more super quick, and this is going to be your pink bath bomb. And you've got 5 of those on hand as of today. Your reorder point is 1. Your description is cupcake. Cents. You sell that for $16. And I think we decided you made it for $6. When you bought it from the vendor, it was called pink. Your cost of goods sold is taxable, and your preferred vendor is tasks done right. Okay, and I'm going to hit save and close. Okay, now that's how you add in your inventory. So that's super cool, right? It's keeping track of it for you. There's one other thing that I think is going to really help you in the product-based business, and that is a bundle. So I'm going to go back to new, and I'm going to go over here to this. Okay, these are important too, your non-inventory items. So I bring in non-inventory items, and I count those things as like my samples or my giveaways. I don't feel the need to track inventory. I track costs. So immediately I bring it in, and I bring it in as a cost of goods sold. It goes right on my profit and loss. And then a service is something you can provide. In my product-based business, I don't offer a service. You know what? I'm going to take that back. I do offer a service. I use shipping as a service. But this bundle is what I want to talk about now. And your bundle this is going to be a pretty cool thing for your product inventory, because you might be changing the way that you are. I'm going to pop myself back up here for just a second. You might be changing the way that you're selling things for the holidays, or maybe you just every so often like to make up these little gift baskets. So I definitely do this in my product-based business, and for sure during the holidays, I'm creating my own bundles. And the word in QuickBooks makes a lot of sense with what we are actually physically doing. So I'm going to take out of my inventory some singular items. I'm going to take like a lotion and a hand cream and a body scrub. Those are all individual items that I sell, but I'm going to put them together and literally tie a ribbon around it and bundle it. And I'm going to sell that for one price as a gift. And I want to sell that whole thing as its own unit. I don't want to bring up the individual things with the individual prices and the discount to make it that price. I'm just going to bundle it. I'm going to call this bundle. I'll bring back the full screen up here for just a minute. And we're going to call this bundle your holiday set. Okay, this is your description could be holiday 2020 gift. And this is where you're going to add your services. So you've already put in your pink bath bomb. And quantity, let's say quantity 2 goes in this bundle. Let's say your bundle is a pack of 4. Purple bath bomb, 2. Now this is how you make the bundle. So now what this is going to trigger is when you sell a holiday set, it is going to pick one bath. It's going to ask you to go pick 2 pink bath bombs and 2 purple bath bombs from your inventory and package it together. This is kind of cool. It's unnecessary, but you can add little pictures of the stuff that you're selling. It's really just for your reference. And then you're going to save and close. Now I'm going to show you what you did there. We are just talking about inventory, but I'm just going to show you how this shows on an invoice. So we're going to create a new invoice. And your customer, Susan. Okay, Susan purchased a holiday set. which includes 2 of these and 2 of these. She purchased one. Now, if you were to buy these at this price, that's the $64, but I think you can give a discount because that's part of the set, right? And let's say that by buying the set, you save $4 off of the original price. So you change that to a -1. And there you go. You've bundled the set. This is how much she owes you. This is based on location. So it's currently based off of my location because it's taking the information from my location setting is on. So that is how you make a set. That is how you make an invoice. I'm going to leave without saving. So there you have it. That's a really good way to track your inventory. You can pull inventory reports too, based on the information that you have in there. So the reason that's helpful is because you can tell what you have, what you need, how much you've sold on these reports. You can show profit margins, and I can get into this in a lot more detail with you if you'd like. Just reach out to me and let me know the information that you want. I don't want to make a terribly long video because I don't want to bore people with information they don't really need. I want to provide value to you and to your business. So I wanted to keep it short and sweet. So that is my best suggestion on what to do with your product-based business this holiday season. It's going to keep track of your inventory. You can send invoices right out of the system. I personally don't load all of my inventory that's available to me to purchase from my wholesaler all at once. I add it in as I get it. So I receive in an invoice from my wholesaler, and that's when I add it in, and I add in the SKUs and the pricing and all of that information. But what it does is it makes it really easy when I go and sell something to somebody. I can just pull it up, send them an invoice from QuickBooks. I can even send them a click to pay invoice, but that's for another thing. This was just about inventory. So I hope that you find that helpful. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I've got a ton of experience in both the product-based business side and the bookkeeping side. Thank you. Cheers.